Hey, what's going on, everyone? My name is Joel, or NobodyEpic on the internet, and this is a Black Ops 3 video. This is going to be a Q&A talking about some things that relate to Black Ops 3 and other random topics, and this is a gameplay on the map Havoc. This map was not in the beta, and it was my first time playing on this map. I did pretty decent. I was playing alone, so I figured I'd throw it in the video, and I might have to throw in some gameplay at the end if this Q&A runs over, as they usually do, because I like to ramble on. So without further ado, and to try to avoid what I just said, let's get into the first question right now. First question, what changed from the beta? There is a definitive list that Treyarch released, notes of these. If I can find an article online, and I know there's a Games Radar article that I read I can find online pretty easily. I'll put it in the description, so look for that if you really care for all the fine details. I know they tuned the M87 something, I don't know, it was the assault rifle that was really good in the beta, and the Razorback they tuned, and they also made it the highest tiered SMG. The Razorback was one of the starting SMGs in the beta, if not the #1 starting SMG, and I think it was the most used gun in the entire beta. It's the most OP SMG, and I'm sure they didn't nerf it to the point where it was completely balanced in line with all the other SMGs, because no matter what you do, there's always going to be a gun that's more powerful than another gun in a certain class, and there's always going to be the most favored gun in any Call of Duty. So I think that's going to be the Razorback in this game. However, it is the highest tiered gun, so that will kind of even the playing field and keep it from being overused, at least initially, in this gameplay cycle of Black Ops 3. So that was the biggest change I noticed, because I used the Razorback nonstop in the beta, and there were some other changes to safeguard points and some other balancing things. Like I said, if you want to read the fine details, link in the description to the Games Radar article with the Treyarch notes. What prestige do you think that you will go to all the way to Master, or stop somewhere along the line? This is a good question. If you saw the pictures that Treyarch tweeted out the other day, the Treyarch official Twitter, these are the coolest prestige icons that have ever been in a Call of Duty game. For how much that matters, I don't know if that matters to anyone, but my friends and I were just looking at them, and we mentioned in our little TeamSpeak chat that they looked really cool. And I honestly don't know how long I will be playing the game for. It's really different with this Call of Duty, because I'm going to have the game for the first time ever on 3 separate platforms: PC, PS4, and Xbox One. I don't know what I'm going to do with the Xbox One copy. I doubt I'll play it at all. I might return it to GameStop for 25 cents. Great return on my investment there. Or I will let it collect dust and show it to my grandchildren one day. But I've already played the game on PS4, and I'm going to be playing it on PC with my friends. A lot of my friends just prefer the convenience of playing on PC as opposed to getting in parties on consoles like we used to. Just matching up with each other through Steam is honestly the most convenient way to party up in a game. And I think when I'm playing with my friends, it's going to be mostly on PC, but when I'm playing alone, it's going to be mostly on PS4, so that's going to hurt my experience if I'm splitting my time between 2 different platforms of a game. I think I'll stop somewhere along the line just with that in mind, and knowing how many other games are out that I will want to play, but I feel like I will be playing this Call of Duty for much longer than I played Advanced Warfare or Ghost, and I played Advanced Warfare for much longer than I played Ghost, so some food for thought in that regard. Will you maybe stream Black Ops 3? I could definitely see myself streaming. I feel bad for people who watch my YouTube videos who also enjoyed my streams. I haven't been streaming a lot lately because it's really hard to do both. I know people who do both successfully, but a lot of them have editors, and I just haven't committed to finding an editor, and I'm not really actively even looking for one, because I'm so hands-on. I really hate giving up control of whatever this thing is to other people, because it's my thing. I did it. Well, I did it with help, and I don't know. I was a newspaper editor, and I always had trouble delegating work to people, so I don't know. I don't want to get an editor, and I'd like to stream, but there's only so many hours in the day. I've been uploading consistently, and I think I'll get back to streaming eventually, but I'll have to have a great handle on my schedule, and it's going to be after the month of November, probably, or late November, because this month is just insane with the amount of video games that are being released, and I don't even want to think about trying to multitask to that degree and maintain my relationship with my wife and get sleep. So I will stream eventually. I like streaming, but not in the foreseeable near future. After all the zombie hype, do you like zombies? I think this zombies cycle is going to be very good. I think the initial zombies map on Black Ops 3 is better than the one on Black Ops 2 Transit. I don't think that one was extremely well thought out. Well, I don't want to say that because I think the team works really hard, but it just, in comparison to what they put out on Black Ops 3, and the name is escaping me right now, and that's really embarrassing because I played it. Shadows of, it's something, I don't know. I don't want to go look because you could all just look or see it when you get the game. But and I played it a little bit. It's very difficult, but it looks really cool. There's a lot of fun Easter egg stuff. You can make a sword. It just seems really well put together and well thought out, and that's exciting because everyone loves zombies. I love zombies. My problem with zombies is I want to upload it on my channel, but I don't know what to upload from it because I don't really have any funny moments to upload if I haven't played it with my friends yet, and you can only play with your friends so many times, and I like playing games solo a lot of times more than I like playing in groups. I know that sounds kind of weird because I'm always playing in a group, but I don't really know how to solo zombies because I'm just an average zombies player, and a lot of the people that do solo zombies videos are above and beyond. So I don't know what to do with that other than play it alone in my free time and enjoy it. Hopefully I'll be getting some videos up and think of some ideas of what to do, or at least get funny moments up. But I really like the zombies cycle, and I think there's going to be some great maps in the future, and the maps right now are great. The Giant, if you pre-ordered just to race, which is a classic zombies map that I like and I can actually do good on. And the gumball machine idea is really cool, that you can set up a perk class for zombies and all the custom things that were added into the game. So I'm excited for the zombie cycle, and I like the zombies game type. Is there any specific map you wish they added from the past Black Ops? I want to see, let's see, in Black Ops 2 they added Studio, which was a remake of Firing Range from Black Ops 1. A much beloved map, and Studio was definitely beloved. And what else did they add? Something, ooh, it was a big map. Well, it was a very popular map, so I hate that it's escaping me right now. But I have not slept in a very long time. For this cycle, I would like to see, what original Black Ops 2 map would I like to see reimagined in Black Ops 3? I think Standoff. I think that was the most played Black Ops 2 map that I can remember. It didn't really stick out because there was nothing too exciting about it in terms of glitz or glamour, but that's kind of good for reimagining a map. Firing Range, if you think about it, is extremely bland, but it just plays well, and Studio is kind of like the colorized version of Firing Range, adding in all of the cool colorful stuff, but the map still plays the same. And I think the Treyarch team could do that for Standoff, change it a little bit and make it more colorful, and they could just throw it right into this game, and I think people would really respond to it and really like it. I don't know if that would be the most exciting map they could redo, but that's the one that comes to mind because I know people played it a lot in Black Ops 2. Do you feel like Black Ops 3 has integrated extra movement smooth enough to where it still feels like a normal COD game? This is a really good question, and my answer could be different than your answer or someone else's answer. It's all about personal preference and feel. For myself personally, I can only compare it to Advanced Warfare and say I do think the movement system is more smooth than it was in Advanced Warfare, and I think that's naturally going to be the case because they got to see what people liked and didn't like about Advanced Warfare. If Advanced Warfare is going to be the first Call of Duty to integrate this system, then they can see the flaws with it and correct from there. So I don't want to disparage what Sledgehammer did or tried to do. I don't think it was a bad attempt. I think it was the first attempt, and Treyarch certainly has improved upon that system. I don't think anyone's going to argue that they did or did not. I think the argument will be, I just hate flying or levitating or wall running or all of that stuff in general versus did they do it better than Advanced Warfare, because I think they definitely did it better than Advanced Warfare, and it's a solid, smooth system, not too distracting. And honestly, on the battlefield, you do not see that many people flying and running. And I think that was a lot different in Advanced Warfare. You're going to notice that in Advanced Warfare there was a lot more flying and running. When I'm fighting people on the battlefield in Black Ops 3, we're mostly on the ground. I'll sometimes be shooting at someone that's jumping up in the air, but 99% of the time, that's an exaggeration. A lot of the time, I'm fighting with someone who is also standing on the ground like myself. So that's something that I think people who were worried about there's going to be too much flying and jumping just like Advanced Warfare, it's not as much in Advanced Warfare. You're not as encouraged to jump. You're encouraged to wall run and swim. Actually, swimming is very cool. Swimming is refreshing and beautiful. That is my opinion. I said that in a previous video I made during the beta. Swimming's cool. I don't care what you say. It's cool and it's fun. But wall running, and you don't jump as much anyway, and most of your gunfights will be on the ground like in other Call of Duties, so don't worry about that. COD's last few games have been in the future. Would you rather play a more futuristic game like Black Ops 3 or a older like World War II era? What I said before the game came out was I wanted a World War II era game that was an alternate reality type game. So let's say the war lasted 6 or 7 years longer than it did, World War II, and we were closer to 1950. And everybody had Wolfenstein-like technology, so essentially it would just be a Wolfenstein ripoff. But I thought that would be an interesting route for Call of Duty to go. See how original I am. That's what I was most interested in, but I don't hate the idea for Black Ops 3. And more importantly than anything, gameplay takes precedent over what year the game is being played in. And I think it would be difficult to make a new World War II game and market a new World War II game. I would appreciate if a Call of Duty studio took a shot at it just to say they did, and Treyarch would be the best studio to try that. However, I can understand why they wouldn't want to do that, so I'm fine with how it is, although, like I said, I would love to see another World War II game, and I think a lot of other consumers would too. Is it better than the last two CODs? Simply put, yes. I haven't played it that much, but I don't think the bar was that high, especially for Treyarch, who I believe, and a lot of other people believe, to be the best studio that makes Call of Duty games. They definitely were able to surpass Infinity Ward's, let's just say, attempt at a Call of Duty game with Call of Duty Ghosts, and Sledgehammer's pretty solid freshman effort with Advanced Warfare. Treyarch just puts everything together. They listen to the fan base. The PC version of this game will be far and away better than any PC version of a Call of Duty game to date. There's going to be mods added, a ton of support. They put theater mode back in. And this is something only I would care about, like theater mode. But it just, when I see the game and look at what they did and put back in and have in the game, and the weapon customization and all of the different things you can do, I just think to myself silently, thank you. Thank you for all of this stuff. It's awesome. It gets me excited to play the game, and I really appreciate the extra effort. Unequivocally, it is better than the last two Call of Duties, in my opinion. So, I guess not unequivocally, I don't know. What is your favorite weapon so far? I've been using the KN-44. I did use the Razorback a lot in the beta, like I said, but you gotta be level 48 to unlock that now, so by that time, I might be using the KN-44 still, or maybe I will permanently unlock the Razorback for when I prestige and use that all the time. I'm not sure, but I want to get back to using the Razorback because that thing melts. So far, it has been the KN-44 for me. And if you didn't see my video earlier today, I linked a video of me putting a custom paint job on my KN-44. So I will link that in the description as well if you want to see this funny paint shop video I made for my weapon in Black Ops 3. Last but certainly not least, are you planning on bringing back any old series for Black Ops 3 or skits? Yes, I am working on something for tomorrow night or Saturday at the latest. For some of you who have watched my Black Ops 2 videos in the past, it's a video series you're going to recognize and hopefully like and respond to, because if you do, I'll make more of them. But I wanted to give it a shot because I felt inspired, and other than that, I don't really know what else to do for Call of Duty. I don't consider myself a Call of Duty YouTuber. I'm not particularly good at the game. I'm average or slightly above average, and I don't give tips, but I do like to talk about the game because it's interesting to me, and I like the game series, so that's kind of what this video is. And I don't do a lot of funny moments because I don't record a lot in a group session, and when I do, it goes towards other series like shit from last week, And that's kind of how I view these games. I view them like I would view the grocery store or the local mall or a gymnasium. It's a place that I hang out with my friends, and Call of Duty is a game that I frequently have done that in the past and hopefully will do in the future, and that leads to videos like Awkward Situations and Would You Rather and shit from last week. So what kind of content can I create from Call of Duty in 2015? That is a great question, and one that I am struggling to answer, but one that I will attempt to answer as long as I'm being honest with myself and true to what I want to do. That's my YouTube philosophy as of late, and it's worked out really well for me. It's, would I do this if there wasn't a camera on my face and if I didn't know how search results worked on YouTube and this and that and the other thing that can really get you just bogged down in the mindset of I need to upload this game for any other reason than because I like it. And that can happen on YouTube, especially when you've been doing this for a while like I have. I know how much fun I had doing it when I first started, and the last few months I've had just trying to do whatever I want on my channel and be free of all those self-created restrictions have been such a blast, and I've been enjoying it more than I probably ever did even when I first started. So I just want to thank you guys for watching the videos. If you're at this point in the video, I know it's been a long one, so you're someone I really appreciate, and I look forward to seeing you on my channel in the future. So that's all the questions I had. Well, actually I had more questions, but that's all I felt like answering. I'm going to take a nap and then get on and play some more Black Ops 3 later. Hopefully I will see some of you online after midnight in the United States. We are the last country to get this game and play it, essentially, because Australia gets it, and then Europe, and then the United Kingdom, and the people in Iceland even get it before us at Iceland GameStop. Is there an Iceland GameStop? I would like to imagine there is. I want to visit Iceland one day. Anyways, thank you for watching this video. Hope you learned something, or at least I hope you enjoyed, and have a great rest of your day.